Hello, everyone, and welcome to the special edition of the Post Show.
I think Adam Kovic has the biggest dick in the company.
Time.
I'm pretty sure.
So we're normally this is the Post Show we record for first members only on the website. We're opening this special episode up to everybody to help promote our upcoming series Crunch Time, and we got a couple of special guests with us this week. John Reisinger and Chris Damaris.
Yay!
Hi, guys. Thanks for being here. So nice to see you.
That's what I'm here for.
Thanks for being a
That's what
part
I do
of our
every
show.
week.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part about our show today?
So before we started rolling, for some reason we were talking about dicks.
Yeah.
And about...
Not for some reason.
What do you mean for some reason?
Very specific
It's always
reason.
a
There's a very
right,
specific
right.
reason. Nick's claim to fame. Nick Rutherford.
His
That's
only
not
claim
it.
to fame.
For him, the thing that I love best about Nick, and he's got a tremendous body of work. The thing that I love best is that Nick got banned from Twitter for how long? 12
Instagram.
hours?
Instagram
sorry.
for 12 hours because I put up the silhouette of my erect penis while I was in a Japanese onsen in the North Mountains of Japan.
It was
artfully done.
It was a
artfully done.
gorgeous
It was a good
photo.
photo.
It was.
And your dick looks great.
Thank you.
The composition on the photo was amazing. He was against a paper wall with, I believe, was purple lighting, if I recall
It
correctly,
might be,
It
yeah.
was like the scene in Kill Bill where it.
It was very like
Yeah.
Kill Bill.
with his sword.
Did you get any sword
Nice
fights?
samurai
The thing
sword.
I loved about it, this is like it literally, I think in the first hour after meeting Nick, when we were on the set of Crunch Time, I was talking to you about this, and you were upset because not that they banned you, but that they let someone else's dick pic stay up longer than yours.
Yeah. In I don't think it was as good of a photo. It was more illicit because it wasn't silhouetted. It was just full on frontal nudity. And he was up for 16 hours. Hard.
long
He
was
was
yours?
erect for 16 hours.
Don't you think there's silhouettes of women's breasts on Instagram
100%.
I'm sure there are. I mean,
with nipples hardened?
possibly.
Well, here's
Did you get a silhouette of a vagina?
Yeah.
Let me look.
It's just.
I will find out for you.
That was
I'm
already
looking.
on your iPad.
That's right. There's going to be a new searched.
A new
a
subreddit.
case?
It's like our silhouette genitalia.
No, it's
something?
specifically
There
vaginas.
it is.
And then we noted that John Reisinger, I didn't know this, also has an Instagram photo where his junk is clearly prominent in it.
And then we debated.
We didn't debate. Chris is very intimidated by the size of John's penis. So Chris is now debating whether or not it's fabric or, in Kirk's words, long penis. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's kind of like two number twos.
Well, it's also interesting that.
Not poops, like pencils.
Oh, okay. Wow. I like that. I was thinking of something else totally different.
That's why I went the poop route.
It's interesting because, John, it looks like the photo was doctored and contrasted up before you posted it to really emphasize this little. Well, it's not little. We've all established that. It's a big, long dick. But this potential fold in clothing.
Yeah,
It
can
could have
see
been-
There's
I
a lot
think-
of grain.
Yeah, there's
think
a
it's-
lot of grain.
you
It's
really
like looking at
boosted.
old footage of like Bigfoot moving
Yeah,
through the
it's
woods.
like-
You're like, I don't know, maybe?
Enhance. Enhance.
Listen, I have a grainy dick.
Nice.
It happens.
Nice.
I think that was fabric.
Okay, it could be fabric.
You gotta just like get ahead of the curve
Chris won't let it go.
and just release your own nudes.
Yeah,
do
Like
it.
before anybody else.
No one wants to see it. No, I have a very strict no peen policy. I'll send pictures, but no peen.
You'll send
Have you put out
butthole,
buns?
No, because I don't have a good ass.
and you think
That's
you
it.
have a good
Yeah,
dick.
but you're a good photographer. You could like,
But when I say I don't have a good ass, I have no ass. So I have nothing to show.
you got like
Photoshop.
two legs
It's-
going to your back.
It's also very hairy. It's like my body decided to devote all energy towards hair from the waist down.
Just-
yikes, like a pair of
Just
trunks.
Just tape a couple of coconut halves to your ass. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't send butt stuff.
I have a hard time believing, John, that you do not wax stuff. That's got to be somewhere in your
I have
repertoire.
never waxed stuff, but I've shaved pretty much every part of my body. at
Never
some point.
shave like your full butt, like shave the outside. Don't shave like.
Oh, shave
butt.
the inside is
That's
bad.
a terrible story.
Yeah, it's bad.
Guys,
You done that?
guys shouldn't do that.
Hair, I got a hairy
very
ass.
poorly.
And I got
Yeah.
hairy legs.
Yeah.
See, I can do this real quick. This happens in like a couple days, but I don't
Yeah.
have like a hairy back or ass or leg.
No.
Oh, you know, you're exactly like Matt Holmes that exact same way. When we were in college, he could grow a beard in like a day and a half, and it would take me a year basically to grow a beard. And but same way, like
have a
that's
tiny-
it.
What's
your
It's-
chest
It's all
situation? You got
beard.
hair in your chest?
It was all
Kind
used up
of.
in the beard.
You do. Let's see. Oh, you
Oh,
got,
it's like
there's a
right
hard
here on
line where it
Instagram.
stops.
Yeah, this is why
We
I
have-
waxed it.
We have a very similar body hair composition.
Yeah,
All
I
right, this is
think.
getting to be a really weird podcast really fast.
What about?
Yeah,
there
we
you go.
do.
Oh, look at that.
What are the red
Same.
marks?
Oh my God.
What is it
We
from
should stand
sitting here?
next
I
to
don't
each
know
other.
who's who.
Yeah, that's really
great.
weird. We're like related somehow.
So I was just looking something up because Nick made a joke about the size of John's impressive penis, and he compared it to two number 2 pencils.
Two number 2s.
Have you in your life ever run into a non-number 2 pencil? Like they always told us as kids, make sure you use a number 2 pencil. Have you ever seen what is the other numbers
Yeah,
of
is
pencils?
there some genius who used a number 1 pencil in like an SAT test, and then he didn't answer anything right?
I looked it up on Amazon. I could buy a number 1 pencil right now.
I've
Is there a
seen
difference
a
in
number
lead?
1
Buy one,
pencil.
You've
Bernie.
before.
seen them?
Yeah.
I'm a grown man. I've never
Buy one.
owned a number 1 pencil. I'm gonna own it.
It's different hardness. If I recall, I
fast
knew
can we get it
architecture students who used different hardness of pencils
That's-
when they were
how
for
high
what
does
they
it go?
like
Like a
to-
club?
I don't know.
Oh, nice.
I
We
know
got
I've
a
seen a
Mongol
1.
pencil.
That's all I
It
remember.
literally says very soft.
Very
Oh,
soft.
so one's softer.
Very, very soft.
Is there a number 3?
It's got to be. Number.
So John, would you say
You would
you
be
were
the
number
number
1 in your
3.
photo, or were you number 2?
He looks
I
like
was-
2.5.
Did you prep for the photo? Did you like chub up or anything like that? You're a photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, did you you get down and do some push-ups and sit-ups and then just do a little work below the belt too?
No.
No.
How
That's
many
all
shots did
natural?
it take to get your chest and tummy to look like it did?
Just a few.
That wasn't the first.
a few.
That wasn't the first draft.
I don't think so.
Were you holding your dog down to the bed? Was your dog like, I just
here's
want to
my
get out of
question:
here?
is, like, how many? What point are you like? I'm gonna post a picture of me in my underwear. Where are you?
He looks good. You're good in the photo, John.
He's
Thank you. Thank you, Bernie.
You do look great in the photo.
there
Oh,
it
it
is.
is.
Joe,
Yeah, he looks hot.
Yeah.
But he knows it, and that's what's
Up the
wrong. That's why we got to
brightness,
give him
up
the
the brightness.
beans.
So
I don't see the
brightness.
penis
Yeah,
in
can we
that.
enhance that lower corner?
Yeah, you do have to I think.
I think it's too high up. Like it's too. It's like almost.
But what if it's a little smushed with the boxers?
There's some mystery there.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
That's what the ladies like, right? A little bit of
Yeah, a
mystery. They
little
don't know
bit
what
of
they're getting
mystery.
into. They don't know that you got the hairy ass yet.
I
yeah.
don't know what type of lead to that pencil.
So apparently pencils go 1, 2,
soft
2.5,
is it?
3, and 4.
2.5.
There is a 2.5.
There is a
They sneak that one
2.5.
in there.
Wow.
So your teachers were right to tell you to only bring a number 2 pencil.
And as I started this post show by saying, Adam Kovic has the biggest dick in Rooster Teeth. I'm pretty sure.
How do
How
you
do you
know?
think? Yeah.
Ah, balls for sure.
We did a
Biggest
short where he
balls.
had to wear gold lame pants and dress like a luchador, and he just wore the gold lame pants and that's it. And it was
There was a slow motion running shot.
it was pretty
Oh,
fucking
sweet.
ridiculous.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. He got banned from Instagram, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Other than that, it was good.
Instagram's a bunch of fucking squares, man.
You ever?
I want a social media
is that-
platform for dick lovers.
See,
I
that's
have
the
an
thing.
app
It's,
for that.
if you send a dick pic to someone unsolicited, you're getting blocked for sure. You do it on Instagram, you get banned, but you probably got a shitload more followers.
I might have.
Who people choose to follow versus who they block in person. It's a different thing there. A little
also,
disparity.
There was like media coverage of my buddy Eric Andre who showed his dick, and he's done it a few times. There was like Vulture was like, Eric Andre showed his dick in the Japanese mountains, and I was like, so did I, and my dick picture was awesome, but I didn't get mentioned in the whole article, so I got totally, no pun intended, shafted by the whole.
I wonder if you.
I would
I
just
wonder
hold
if
a
you
press
Google-
conference and demand like a retraction.
I also showed my dick. Gather around.
sue him for patent infringement.
Things I did not think I would be Googling today.
I'm
Nick
googling
Rutherford
Nick.
dick
Yeah, I'm doing that
picture.
Did
too.
it come up?
No.
Oh, I got
Nick?
it saved.
I
I'll
think
send
it's
it
on
to you
Twitter
guys.
somewhere.
Rutherford, dick.
I saw it. Like it was
Lots
like
of
I think it was like a
opinion pieces there.
day before I met you. I saw it. Like I
Really?
started following you. I'm pretty sure because I'm
Because of
pretty
that.
sure I saw your dick before I met you, which was pretty.
Oh, but look
impressive.
at this. It's not the top thing, but there's the
The neighborhood's Jesse Rutherford.
who's Jesse Rutherford?
He's from the neighborhood.
That's my alter ego, who shows his dick a lot more than me.
Okay.
I'll say my new thing with dick. Oh yeah, that
What is that? What is R.I.P. D.I.C.K.?
Well, I had to put that up because they made me take it down. But my new thing is when I get very, very drunk, I take the tip of my penis and I pull it out over the top of my pants, so it's just sticking above like where my belt buckle would be. And then I say, "Hey, Kirk, do you want to see my belt buckle?"
And every time I'm like, oh, he may have gotten a new belt, so I don't
Yeah,
want to
I
pass
got a
this
new
up.
belt buckle. Do you want to see it? And then I lift up and just show my little
You never don't fall
my,
for
a
it.
mushroom
my
tip.
swish mushroom tip. Yeah. So dicks are fun to show off.
Dicks are really fun.
Versatile.
Yeah.
Bernie Burns, have you ever sent somebody a picture of your dick?
Never. No.
You
I
ever
haven't.
sent somebody a picture of you with your shirt off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done that.
Ever sent
I've been
anybody-
long distance relationships.
You ever sent anybody a picture of your ass?
Let me think about that.
Do guys do that?
Guys
I don't know
take
what, I don't know what
at-
that pose is.
How do you
do
do
it.
it?
Yeah,
like bending
girls-
over, like
That's the most flattering
Yeah,
angle.
that's
People want to see
exactly what
that.
they want.
Yeah, you know how when girls do that?
I love those shots.
It's the hiking the ball.
The hiking
You're
the ball.
you're the quarterback.
Kirk's dating a quarterback, so it's appropriate in that sense. They
How
like
do
that
girls
view.
know how to do that though?
They don't do that.
You gotta have a selfie
No,
stick
not
for that.
that. Like flattering
butt
butt
picture?
pics.
Wait, I
It's
want to
gotta
know.
have a mirror.
I want to know. Show of hands.
it's
Who
mirror.
sent a dick pic to a girl?
I've
Ever
sent
in my entire life?
know
He sent
that.
one to Instagram.
I
You
sent
sent
a
a
lot
dick
of
pic to the
13-year-old
world.
girls.
Every girl.
I've never sent an unsheathed dick pic, but I've sent
Unsheathed?
yeah, like a
What is a
penis.
sheath?
Without his
Like
without his
with
foreskin
boxers
pulled
on.
back.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you
sorry,
do the
I
prep
do
work that John did?
Yeah,
Do you do
I
that?
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have 3-point lighting at home just set up in one of my rooms.
Like tiny little C
Got a ring
stands.
light.
Tiny,
You rest
tiny.
one here and one on your chest, and it's just for close-ups, like the little Craigslist white. You know.
For selling tiny trinkets on eBay.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that I've accidentally probably posted a nude at some point, like the reflection in the teapot, the kind of a
I
thing.
gotta
Yeah.
Google again
Yeah.
now.
John actually watched my house for a while,
I did.
and I
You
was.
probably got footage of me naked somewhere.
Well, I think that about you is like I left him. The security system is just kind of rolling all the time. And it's like, oh, John has access to our security system now.
I
So he
don't. It's
could-
gone.
What's that?
I've deleted the app.
No, but I'm saying you could have had access
didn't
to it
even
while
watch
you
the
were
house.
staying there.
Yeah.
To-
Well, you
to-
had it
to-
going the whole time, and you could have like, whenever you got your phone at any point, you could have just looked up and probably seen me naked around your house.
There's not one in the bedroom though. You running naked around the
I
house.
just run naked around the
Every
house all
time
the
I leave John alone in my house to watch my house when I go somewhere, he fucking breaks something.
No, I don't.
Literally
It's a weird coincidence,
Literally
John.
No,
every
I
fucking
don't.
time.
I thought you were gonna say I watched the videos and
Hey.
he runs around naked.
Hey.
It's like
what did I leave you last time I washed your house?
He left me. So I have a plant which I've now learned is called a 100-year plant because they live for a fucking 100 years. Unless
one didn't.
you have John watch your house for a week and a half, in which case it like dies
a
in the
week and a half
driveway. Like literally, it was like he was like, I said we're coming home from the airport. He goes, cool. I'll see you later. I'm gonna go to the office, and he locks the place up and leaves. By the time I get back to the house after he leaves, this plant is all the way across the driveway. This massive, it almost looks like half the size of a palm tree, basically. Those like massive, like yucca looking plants. Big. Just laid out completely across the driveway. Took these guys that I hired like half a day to like cut it up and take it away. And I was going to do it myself. I was so happy I didn't because they got like all full of stickers. I felt bad for him, but I'm really glad I didn't get like.
How did that happen?
Yeah, what did you do?
Right,
John.
please.
I did not do anything.
The other time when I went on the Amazing Race, I was gone for 28 days.
Yep.
He watched the house the whole time. I
You
didn't have
killed
my
my
phone.
entire family.
Yeah, they're all dead now. I'm a villain in a comic book. But I got back. They take away your phone, so they give me back my phone. The first thing I do is call my kids, make sure, hey, how's it going? You guys okay? Make sure everybody's fine. I hung up and I called who? I think I called John next.
Yeah.
To make sure the house and the cats were okay. He says everything's perfect. Don't worry about it. See you soon. I then hang up with him, call work to see if everything's. I need to know about anything that happened at work. A minute into my phone call at work, John's on the other line ringing me. I click over and I go, what's up? He goes, everything was fine. As soon as I hung up with you, a pipe in the wall burst and there's water all over your first floor. Like it was flooding all over the place.
Yeah.
In the minutes that you had hung up, that happened.
According to John.
He's a
according
liar.
to John. Just flooded.
Shit
You
happens.
seem so disappointed.
you know.
There's a big thick pipe and I'm taking an Instagram photo of it.
Who's the worst person here? The one, me, who's at the house and this stuff happens, or the person who keeps like allowing me to go to their house?
You're an insurance nightmare. So you got me. So it's
lieu of
actually
the
kind of
plant.
funny. In lieu of the massive plant in my front yard that fell over, totally not his fault. There's no way he could have done that. It was heavy, and he got me this little tiny like perennial cactus. Yeah, succulent cactus
With
a note.
yep.
Dick pic.
I can't keep anything alive. This plant I can't kill. I've been trying to overwater it and kill it, and I cannot kill this fucking
He
plant.
told me that you fed it to Joe.
It's cursed. No, it's still in my kitchen. I have it.
Good.
So I'm sure in 100 years it'll look as a good replacement for the one
It'll
that was
be
in the front yard.
a symbol of our friendship.
He's never watching my house again.
Did you plant it in the spot where the big plant fell over?
That's what I wanted. The planter that like holds that plant is giant.
It's about as big as his couch.
Yeah, it's giant.
It's like the size of this rug,
It is.
basically.
It actually is like the size of like one of like the chairs. That's like,
It's a good call. Like a little bit bigger than one of these
The
chairs.
planter survived?
The planter's fine. The planter was in the
a
driveway,
giant metal
but a dent
one.
in the driveway, and then we got it back up. So now it's just an empty planter.
There was also something that happened on the roof of your house.
What happened?
Didn't you say
He doesn't know
you
about
showed
it.
like a bunch of stuffing or something?
Oh, who the fuck knows what that was? Like I got home and there's a deck on the roof, and there's patio furniture up there, like a nice little couch. One of the couch cushions was completely demolished and all the stuffing was all over. I mean, it was literally all over my property because it was on the roof and it blew in every possible direction. I'm still finding little bits of fluff.
Yeah.
It's almost like a little dog did that somebody owns.
Yeah, like
Yes.
somebody has a
If
dog,
anybody-
and
Somebody has a
dog
little
sitting.
cute
A
dog.
little dog that you would
Yeah.
take pictures
Dog
with
they
where
would
you don't have your
post
shirt
nude
on.
next to.
A dog that knows
Oh,
how
well.
to keep a fucking secret.
Does.
Yeah.
The secrets Bella has.
Sexually frustrated dog.
Can we get that picture up of that dog again, and you can see on that dog's face
Just fluff.
that secret?
You have to turn up the brightness to really see it.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
the
get that,
contrast.
the gamma. Turn the gamma up.
Yeah.
It's like there's a Zapruder film. Just analyze it. If only we had more frames to look at. You got the rest of those photos still? Like you mentioned, you're always afraid that you're gonna post like a naked photo or something accidentally.
Yeah.
Like I think that when you go to tweet, like in Twitter, like the use last photo taken.
That's
is-
the worst invention
yeah.
ever.
That's like
Yeah,
the
that's
bravest
stupid.
button in the world.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever used that button?
I also don't like when you go to Facebook, it tells you what's in your camera roll and says,
Yeah.
do you want to post any of these? It's like, fuck off, Facebook.
Like on your main page.
Yeah.
It's just sitting there.
It's like
Yeah.
post or this photo.
It's like a share button on a porn site. Actually, the thing that I worry about more than anything else is when I'm writing a professional email and I send a lot of links because of what we do. I'm always convinced I'm going to paste the wrong fucking link.
Yeah.
So I find myself, I'm like OCD, like checking it 3 times
do
to
it
make
too.
sure I've got the right link.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad to hear you do that because I'm always amazed at the emails that people manage to fucking send out. It's like, don't you proofread anything that you're sending out? Like people cut and paste a paragraph from like Mein Kampf in the middle of it. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, and then
Who are
Chris.
you emailing?
Chris.
You're figuring out my Tinder messages.
Chris went on a first date, and he said they had an awkward conversation about Hitler, not the regular conversation you would
Not
have
a
about
joyous high-fiving conversation.
on the first date that you normally have about Hitler. He was upset because she kept getting facts about Hitler wrong.
He kept having to correct her.
Listen, you can't just let that stuff slip.
No.
Misinformation gets out there, and it's like a virus.
He had a lot of good ideas,
How'd the second date go, Chris?
It hasn't happened.
No, it's yeah.
Hey,
TBD.
Kirk,
Yeah.
are you on Tinder?
Nope.
Why not?
I have a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I'm upset with Kirk about something.
Why are you upset?
I
I have
haven't
a
talked to him about it
girlfriend?
yet. No, I'm
He's
upset because Kirk's been in Austin for a very long time.
He left.
In Austin, and I understand that you're now no longer in Austin. That you moved away.
Yeah, but let's not.
I'm very upset by that.
Why?
I don't like when people move away. Did you move to LA?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
what
I'm in the
happens.
same boat as you because
But
I was upset he left.
you want to
too.
know the biggest reason
Disappointing.
that I moved is because of allergies.
Oh, I get it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
because also I want to do stuff that is in LA, but the
There's
allergies
nothing you can do
here,
about
they
that.
give me headaches, they give me migraines, and every day, every time of the year, this is good TV.
Just let me tell you about my
Can we
malaise.
just say this whole thing straight to the camera for
We
us? I'd
spent
love
10
you to
minutes
just-
talking about local barbecue places earlier, so you're totally fine.
Did you
good.
get allergies as soon as you moved? How long did you live in Austin?
I lived in Austin for 12 years.
So college, basically?
Yeah, I came for college and then I stayed here.
Pretty classic Austin story. People move here to go to UT
And
and
then
then try to stick around if they can.
Yeah.
And let me guess, did you develop them about like 7-8 years in?
It was, yeah, kind of. It was around then. And then I started taking shots for about 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
and they did nothing, and I spent thousands of dollars.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Baby. And I started getting these weird hangovers, and I was like, I
Gotta get out of here.
headaches for some
I must be
reason.
allergic to agave. But I took those same shots. I did like this crazy program where they gave me 6 shots in like an hour period. Like they would do one in this arm, wait half an hour, one in this arm, wait half an hour, and then one in this arm. And they watched me another half an hour to make sure I didn't have any like reactions. So I took 48 allergy shots in 8 weeks.
Wait, this wasn't like testing.
It's called cluster allergy shots.
That's how they made Wolverine.
Like usually, yeah, that's exactly right.
Did it work?
They sunk me in a tank.
Who am I?
It actually really worked for me.
Gave him
It
his
did.
dog tags?
I was supposed to keep up with like maintenance shots, and I just never did it. So, but I thought I got to the point in Austin where I thought, oh, you're supposed to be sick once a year.
Yeah.
I thought that was a normal thing. Like there's a 2 or 3 week period in January where I'm supposed to be sick.
Been here 3 years, still not allergic.
You'll get it. That's what I'm trying to make my
You will.
point with Kirk.
Yeah.
You will get allergies.
And when that happens, I'll just go move in with Kirk.
When I was a kid, I took allergy
Good
shots
reason to leave.
for like 6 years,
You're off the hook.
and I think
Okay.
I think it's finally wearing off. Like I'm really starting to get hit by it again.
You are?
Yeah.
Really?
Because you're not
Shouldn't
you're
bad.
not getting shots.
Right,
anymore?
because I think it's like it builds you up and it lasts for a certain length of time, and then it just
Gus
fucking
looks
goes
like
like
a
away.
100-year
grass,
plant.
though.
I was, yeah, yeah, and I am allergic to grass.
So where are you
So
going
am
to
I.
go? There's no grass. You got to go to Arizona.
Arizona?
Have one of those nice like zero escape front yards.
Well, but
Yeah.
different grasses
Sand
have
and
different
rocks.
weight pollens.
Oh my God, we're talking about this.
I'm,
the problem with-
I'm
this
only-
This is Grass Talk. You guys are watching Grass Talk.
This is what you've been missing as a first member. You could have been seeing this stuff this whole time.
Check out Crunch Time. I wrote it. It's mostly about grass.
Just different
Crunch Time,
grasses around each
uh,
other.
It's coming out in September, right?
I
there-
believe so.
is there-
September-ish, I think, is
September
the date.
18th.
Oh.
I should look that up. I should have looked that up before you guys got
We
here.
should have asked you
Good
before we
host.
sat down and started talking about it.
Crunch time release day. It says depending on Google.
I think
Oh,
it's
there-
got, yeah, I don't know.
This
September.
All right,
It
there
is
you go.
September.
Yeah,
So we
I
were
think
all
that's
right.
the.
I was right. This September, exclusively for first.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, you have a long history of the internet too, because you were part of the Good Neighbor. Is it okay to talk about Good Neighbor as something in the past? You guys still getting together as Good Neighbor?
Yeah, we still get together. I just shot a day on Kyle Mooney's movie in Utah. They're still shooting it. I got to play the role of excited man.
Finally.
No, it's
big
fine.
brain.
It's like he plays like a big kid who hangs out with a bunch of little kids. So there's not a lot of roles for people of our age, necessarily. That's what I tell myself. No, it's a great movie. We get along. I worked with those guys 2 years ago. Still, they're back in New York now. I'm in LA and Austin sometimes. But yeah, I think we want to make a movie soon, and we want to keep working together. And we just happen to be on two different coasts and pulled in different directions.
Well, that's so crazy because you guys are all doing different stuff now. You know,
Yeah.
like SNL, and you wrote for SNL for a while, and then everybody's doing different stuff. My favorite, I think, of the Good Neighbor stuff. I always liked. I think I watched your episode before I went on, but there was this talk show that was on the internet called Live Prude Girls, and it was
yes.
super awkward interviews, and you guys were great on that. And then, of
Yeah.
course, Kyle's like super awkward interviews. I don't know. I just love awkward stuff that's intentionally awkward. And Kyle Mooney's like awkward interviews with sports fans and stuff like that. Just like
Oh yeah, they're incredible.
can't get enough of that stuff.
Yeah, they're amazing. And Milana and Stevie, that hot prude girls, is that what it is?
Live Prude Girls.
Live prude girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun to do. And they had like incredible guests.
Yep.
We were like, oh cool. And then it was
They
like
had Bernie on.
they had you on it?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
I was thinking more like Bob Odenkirk and
Yeah. BJ Novak. Yeah. Actually, the one that I really liked was when they first started off. They had this really super awkward interview with his name is escaping me right now. The guy from the Guild and did Legend of Neil. I don't know why his name is escaping me. I'll have to edit this so I don't sound like a fucking asshole. Anyway,
Let's all
we'll
just
come
be
back to
quiet
it.
and let him figure it
We'll
out.
come back to it. I have no idea. Why his name's escaping me, but it's one of the funniest interviews I've ever seen online. It's really fucking hilarious.
It's tough.
Sandeep?
Sandeep, thank you. Sandeep Parikh, yeah.
It's tough because when the interviewer is like being weird and like standoffish, like you want to feed into that so like you can let their thing flourish, but
Yeah.
also you just look like it's like hard to not look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like if I was interviewing John, just like John, so you wear pants? Like there's no way to.
Sometimes.
Yeah, like you sound like
Not
you're
for
either a
Instagram
dick
photos.
or you're like stepping on. You're stepping on their like bit. It's very. I was very stressed out about it. I remember that specifically.
You were stressed out for that interview?
Yeah.
Did you shoot like any Kyle stuff they did with the awkward interviews that he did? Like,
Not
movie
ever
time,
on
space time?
camera. The
Yeah.
first time in like the Lakers parade, we were all around.
I couldn't do it. It's something I know that I couldn't do.
Yeah.
I couldn't go out in public and talk to people and be awkward
I have a
because I
hard
know
time watching the awkward stuff.
I know that you got like one great moment out of probably 20 moments. You know what I mean? You got to go through those 20 moments to get to that gold moment. That's so funny.
Yeah.
When they do it, it's so goddamn funny. Like watching him interview athletes, they're just like, I'm not putting up with this. Like they just like he just sounds like he's the most awkward person on the planet, and he nails that too.
Yeah, he does. Well, it's because you're as the guy being interviewed, you're kind of like, is this guy okay? This is like a special needs guy that I have to.
Right.
So nobody wants to be mean.
That's right.
Because it's so innocent and sincere. So it's kind of the perfect storm where people are just like, I'll keep
You're
talking
basically
to
just
this
fucking with
guy.
people who are trying to be nice.
Yeah, pretty
You're
much.
fucking with polite people. Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, I think Ollie G also did
Yeah,
a really
yeah,
good job.
he
of that
does
back
that.
in the
Oh,
day.
that's great.
Yeah, after a while though, I felt like
Fielder.
people were in on
Yes.
it though too, and they would just like
Yeah,
kinda,
they got-
like
yeah,
when he
really.
interviewed like Posh and
It was impressive what he did to get Ali G up on stage at the the Oscars,
Yeah.
where he hid the.
Oh yeah, she like put in her purse. Right?
Yeah.
His wife.
What's
his,
that?
his wife. What's his name?
Sacha Baron
Sacha
Cohen.
Baron Cohen came to the Oscars and he wanted to do an Ali G bit on stage because he was going to be presenting something, but they wouldn't let him in as Ali G, and so he hid the disguise. His wife hid the disguise, and then like seconds before he goes on stage, he threw it all on and then walked on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who did he go up with? Because she seemed very uncomfortable with it.
I don't remember.
So on stage with some woman who you could tell
Was it
was just
good?
like
Was it Olivia?
he was
It was
going.
really good.
Was
It was
Olivia
Olivia
Wilde?
Wilde.
Olivia Wilde?
Yeah, it was good. It's good to see that character come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, once people are in on it, and I'm sure it's the same thing. Once people start recognizing Kyle Mooney, it's the same thing where it's like, oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
this is gonna be
then the
awkward
magic's
thing.
gone.
Right. You got to walk away from it.
But if he keeps going to like lizard fairs and stuff, where I think people they don't have their finger on the pulse of comedy, so you can get away with it.
Yeah, lizard fair. Is that a thing?
Yeah, he went to like an amphibian fest.
They have like in Arizona, they have
founding
like
member.
rattlesnake festivals.
There's so
it's
many
like
like
Comic-Con for lizard owners.
there's so many specialized events now, like for everything that it's amazing. Like we talk about this like in the broader idea of the internet, right? It's like 20 or 30 years ago, like if you were into something out of the ordinary sexually, it's like you were a deviant and there was no outlet for you. And now it's like you go like on Pornhub or whatever, it's like everything in the world you could possibly want. You want to meet people who are into, some like really obscure, like minor thing? Go for it. It's the same thing like with events. And
Yeah, they're just
I got
making it
into
up
the
now.
point where like porn, you'll just like, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna click on that and see what that
Nope.
is. And nope, I'll keep going. And
Because you
just-
never know. Maybe there's something
Yeah.
out there that's like really
I never
your
even
thing.
knew I was into.
Oh shit, that's my thing. I
I
didn't
am
realize that.
Yeah.
not that adventurous with porn.
I'll tell you what, it's not for me. Is those people that put themselves between like two sheets of latex
Come
and suck
on,
out all
that's
the air.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nightmare.
Have y'all
for
ever
me.
seen that?
That's
Yeah.
horrifying. That's
fuck
like
are you
some
talking
Freddy
about?
Fully
Krueger.
head to toe.
Freddy Krueger would do that to you. It's just like it's my nightmare.
I'll look up a couple
Basically,
photos for you.
they vacuum seal people. That's exactly what it is. They just like put you like it looks like a person laying on a bed. There's a sheet of latex that's airtight, like over the top, and they got a tube they can breathe through, and they suck all the air out of it, so it perfectly form fits.
So they have a tube
their
though, so
body,
they can
and they're
breathe.
trapped. Like they can't fucking.
But they can
move.
breathe. They can breathe.
I guess they can breathe. That might be part of the deal. Maybe there's like different variants.
Just
I
Like, oh,
do
you're
it
a breather?
once.
Yeah, fucking tourist.
Are they beating off? Are you watching them beating off?
They can't
know anything
really
about it.
move usually.
I think it's just two people like laying on top of each other, like.
I'll try to look this up.
I got a photo. I'll put it up here in just a second.
What's wrong?
I like
with
I don't think
what's
we
wrong
can
with
show
just
this on the
sex?
stream, so don't cut to it. But if you want to show
just cut to it. Who cares?
them here,
It's for first members.
Oh my!
Hell
no
yeah.
fucking way.
Oh, they're in the same bag.
That Anthony Kiedis?
Is he inside of her right now?
he might be.
Why can't we show
But you
that?
can't even like.
I don't know, man. That's really borderline.
It's not showing anything.
Are they supposed to be in the shape of a heart? Is that what they're
Yeah, I
Patrick,
think
we can
that's-
totally show
Aw,
this. It's fun.
It is.
Yeah.
You show this. Let's expand our horizons.
That's
There
what you
go.
see when you go to like a foreign market. You're like, this is a snack?
That's like the Johnny. It looks
like when
like the
people are-
John and Yoko photo before they unwrapped
It's
them.
like when people are
Modern day
abducted,
Johnny.
when people are abducted by aliens. Like this is how they transport humans,
Yeah.
like for sale in the market. It's like, oh,
Who
look,
figures
fresh.
out that's a
Vacuum
thing?
sealed.
yeah.
Who figures out that's a thing?
How do you know you like it? Here's the thing. I grew up with a big brother. I learned never trust anyone. Like my brother was like, "Oh, can you think you can fit under this laundry basket?" And I get under the laundry basket, and then he'd fucking sit on it and watch the rest of Scooby Doo sitting on top of it, or he'd fucking shut me in a dryer. I learned never get into anything that you need someone else's help to get out of. Ever. Don't ever fucking do that.
You have to be cut out of that.
Yeah, there's no way you're getting out on your
Yeah.
own. There's no way. And you would get to the point where you're freaked out, and you would want to get the hell out of there.
and then that.
Oh, and then that's
and then
the
you
ticket.
get, I gotta get out,
Yeah, yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it feels good.
Fuck that noise, dude.
this.
Just have
Maybe you're into it.
sex.
See, you didn't know about it, and now you learned
Now
about
I'm
it.
into it. You
Thank
gotta
you,
nut
internet.
your way out of it.
Yeah.
You gotta pop out.
I think I'm going to take a more adventurous attitude like you, Chris. I like this idea.
But I think that's like
Close your eyes. It's like roulette. It's just close your eyes, click a tag.
Do porn sites have like a show me a random video button?
Ooh, I don't know.
oh man,
Shuffle.
If they don't, then they're missing out on it. Yeah.
a stumble. For
You want
porn.
a random
Stumble
porn
porn.
video
Sure, why not?
given to you.
This
Why
is
not?
this is what I'm talking about. You're laying on a bed and they like.
Oh, that's
they
that's
like,
from Star Wars.
You look like you look like you're in carbonite. They
Yeah.
like
Han Solo.
they suck
Is that
you
guy
in.
erect?
Yeah, he has a big dick.
Sure, why wouldn't he be?
That's an Instagram photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
he's doing the
you
thing
should
he
be
loves.
able to do that.
You better bet he's rock hard, vacuum
I love
sealed.
this. I love this so much.
God,
The
God, it's just
fuck
like
is that?
it's a horror story. Isn't
That
it?
is fuck
crazy.
that?
That's like American Horror Story. Like that's a
No.
poster. Do you guys think those American Horror Story billboards go too far?
Yeah, we get it. You're shocking.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch your stupid show.
Because they had that rubber guy in like the first season, and they
Yeah.
would just show it's too much.
Have you ever seen
I
American
watched-
Horror Story? I thought the
No,
first
I
season was
enjoyed
really
it.
good.
I enjoyed
yeah.
it. I just don't
I
know
don't
if it
like
should be
it.
a billboard. And I know I'm not like super
it's weird just trying to be
Says the guy who
weird.
posted his dick on Instagram. Like, yeah, this shouldn't be in the public.
I know. You're right. It's very true. It's not even a private.
We guys live
account.
in LA too. It's always weird how almost all the outdoor advertising in LA is dedicated to movies and TV. I mean, it's not that weird. I know exactly why it's happening, but they spend so much fucking money on that stuff. And I know it's just to service the ego of the people who make all that stuff.
No, I mean, and I think that lots of times there's a code that, people who don't live in LA don't understand. Like the last time I was there, I was driving around and all the billboards are FYC, Better Call Saul. FYC, Orange is the New Black. Like, what the for your consideration. It must be like award season or something, right? Like you would never see that anywhere else outside of like LA.
But like you come to Austin, it's like the outdoor advertising. Maybe it's like 10% movies and TV.
And then there's like a lot of people who sell rocks.
Yeah.
There's that Stoneleigh. We just drove by it tonight.
I swear to
STD
God,
testing.
that place is a front.
I want to check it out. I want to check it out.
Which
It's
play-
always-
wait.
Which play are you talking about?
What are you gonna say?
I've been there twice. The first time I walked in, it was largely empty, and there's like a bunch of crystals. And I'm walking around, and like I walk in, the employees are like, "Can we help you?" Like I
Rock
was
World.
like,
It's called Rock World.
I've seen this place. Like I just want to walk around and see it. They're like, oh, okay. So I'm like walking around, and I can hear the employees like talking to each other. They're talking shit about customers who were there earlier. They're like, yeah, and she walked in, and she had like this negative aura just all about her. It was just like so black
like the
and so
most
dark.
soft talking shit.
Yeah, and I was like, where the fuck am I? I was like, so I walked out. But yeah, that place is
Is it the one that
really
has
bizarre.
like the biggest
billboard.
rock
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked at that as a
Biggest
location. We looked at that for a location for a social disorder for some
Nope, they got
location.
one bigger. yeah, it's worth it to check it out.
Christ.
It's a weird place.
I don't want to name it by name, but between Austin and San Antonio, if you've ever driven down there, there's a snake place that's just north of San Antonio. And I don't want to name it by name, but it was always this urban legend that it was a front for prostitution. And that if you wanted to meet a prostitute or go like backstage, you would go to the register and ask for change for a 50, and then they would know that was the code that would get you back.
Wow.
But I never went to the snake place to figure it out. It was
Are
like
there
if you
actual
actually-
snakes there?
it's like one of those like where they have like crocodile shows.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it called "Put Your Snake in My Hole"?
What if you actually genuinely needed change for a 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wonder that too.
Yeah,
but
I got you. Come
when
back
does that
here.
really come up?
No, I got to feed the meter. I really probably shouldn't. Yeah, it is coming up. So she's gonna give me the change. What's going on?
Is it gone? I wonder if it's gone. I'm trying to look it up on Google Maps because if it's gone, then I can name it.
Is it-
Oh no,
is it
it's
It's
called-
still there. It's still
It's
there.
there.
I looked it up.
You know the place?
Yeah, I looked it up, and it's
I'll
still
just
there.
say it. It's Chili's, and
I just want to say urban legend. It's gotta be there.
that's true for every Chili's, even the airport ones. That's the code.
Change for 50.
That same trip where I was looking at all the billboards, I was at LAX, and I was flying out, coming back to Austin. And I had 30 minutes before my flight. So I was like, I'm going to grab something to eat real fast at lunch. I was in the American Airlines terminal. I walked into whatever that pizza place is there. I was like, I just want to get a table for a pizza.
Wolfgang Puck. I was just there this morning.
And they were like, okay, yeah, it's a 50-minute wait for a table right now.
Go
I was
fuck
like,
yourself.
Are you fucking kidding me?
50?
50. I was like, 50? 50? They're like, yes. I was like, who the fuck is waiting? There's a list. Like, yeah, there's people on the list right now. Who the fuck is at the airport with 50 minutes to spare
Sir,
waiting
this
for
is
a
amazing
pizza?
People are buying tickets just to have this pizza.
Jesus Christ.
Get in line.
I don't get it. I was like, no, I'm just going to go somewhere
Here's what
else.
I'm really curious about, Gus. Is that actually the way that conversation went down? Or they go, it's a 50-minute wait, and you go, I'm sorry, that's too long.
No, I actually said, and people are waiting? They said, yes, there's people on the list. I said, 50 minutes, 50. They're like, yes. Like, all right, congrats. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Must be great fucking food at the airport.
It
is Wolfgang Puck.
insanity.
You're going to trigger me a little bit. I'm really pissed off about something that doesn't relate to anybody else and nobody else can relate to. I hate my fucking fob on my keychain that's for my car. I say on my keychain, I don't have a keychain, I just carry this thing. The fob for my car looks like a little car. It's the dumbest fucking thing ever. It looks like a little Hot Wheels car with no wheels, is exactly what it looks like. It's so fucking dumb. And I lost it at the airport at a restaurant because I left it on the table. I got 3 gates away. I realized I left my car fob on the table, ran back, and they were like, no, we didn't see it. It's not like the second or third time I've lost this thing. It costs like $180 to replace the fucking thing. because it looks like a car.
There it is.
That's it.
Because some toddler is like, ooh, vroom, vroom.
It also looks like
Or
a
some
mouse.
busboy's like, oh, some kid loves their toy car and just tosses
Yeah,
it
so it
away.
doesn't look like a
You wouldn't
key
look
at
at that.
all.
I said, I left my car keys here, and they go, well, we didn't find any keys. I go, well, it doesn't look like a key. It looks like a dopey fucking little car. It looks like a little black car about this big, and they're like, you lost your car. It's just so dumb. And nobody the other 2 times I've lost it have been in hotel rooms. Because the cleaning service, they come in after I left. I call right away from the taxi. I'm like, I left my key fob right in front of the TV. Nope, can't find it. Can't find any car keys. Don't know what you're talking about. Fucking please, for the love of Christ, change that fucking key fob. I can't fucking stand it.
I was with you one time when you lost it.
Yeah.
Worst possible place to lose it. He lost it on a shoot out in the middle of nowhere. Like
I
literally brush. And he's like, somewhere between here and a mile in that direction, I lost my key. Everyone help me find it.
Nobody helped me. I found it. I did. I found it. The only thing that compares to that was the time they lost a fucking GoPro in the lake.
That
and
was-
they found the GoPro.
That was.
Was it still rolling?
It was
It
like
was still rolling.
I
and there's
remember that.
footage of
That
us
was on
finding
immersion.
It was on the
Were you
immersion.
just like dipping
The
down.
Star Wars jetpack.
No, they
Star
locked
Wars jetpack.
arms and walked into the lake like it's like at the end of a King
a
Arthur
surf
movie.
We're like, there's a dead body. Are we gonna find the body or the camera?
Found it.
Yeah, and they all locked arms and they walked about like 30 feet into the lake and they found the goddamn GoPro.
It was the end of the day, so it was the entire day's footage of the face of the person's face, like the
Like
so.
the important one.
It was
Yeah.
you know what we did that day? We rode water jetpacks. Like they have jetpacks.
Oh, yeah, I want to do that so
You fly.
badly.
You go down to New Braunfels, ask for change for a 50. They'll set you up,
That's
dude.
what I mean.
Snake charmer.
All right, well, we should go ahead and wrap this up.
Hey, guys, if you want to see more of Nick and Kirk, you guys should see Crunch Time, which comes out this September. There's even some Rooster Teeth people that have cameos in it, so maybe you'll see some familiar faces as well. Guys, thanks for stopping by and saying hey.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
We're
you
gonna
so
be,
much.
We're going to be shooting some $1 million butt footage tomorrow,
They're going to be on the spot too this week.
and they're going to be on the spot.
Great. So
Is that an official invite?
Yeah.
We can do it for sure.
Yeah.
You're the only people who've ever gotten excited about
No
it.
pants allowed.
We love it.
all right.
my
Well, thanks for
Dicks
watching,
out.
everybody.
Get your contrast ready.